Hello, everyone. My name is Walida. I hope you had an opportunity to observe this incredible milestone for our nation over the weekend, and I, for one, feel incredibly lucky to be alive to witness history in the making. 250 years of the great American experiment has culminated into this moment we sit with today. For some, that moment is one of pride and joy, and yet for others, it is precarious at best, if not tragically disappointing. To witness the evolution of a nation heralded as the leader of the free world, coming undone by its frayed edges. Was this nation, supposedly founded on the principles of liberty, justice, and freedom for all, ever truly tenable? A republic, but only if you can keep it, said a man of importance once. So to whom do we trust to steward this land and its people? What is the litmus test? When I was a child, I thought there was only one, that all you needed was a love of country, devotion to the welfare of one's compatriots, and a passion which inspires one to serve, a patriot. And in this country, where an immigrant can travel for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and become a citizen, I consider myself a patriot. I soon realized, though, that was not enough. When my elementary school teacher asked us what we wanted to be when we grow up, because anyone can aspire to be anything in this country, I said I wanted to be the president. She smiled at me with sympathy as she begrudgingly replied, "No, maybe not that. You weren't born here," as if I had a choice in the matter. When I asked my high school ROTC counselor how I could join the military, he looked at me and said, "Walida Hassan, that's your name, right? You know what? I'm gonna call you Wall Eater from now on." Yeah, Wall Eater. He then laughed me out of his office, and I never went back. And recently, when I returned from an international trip, I handed my US passport to the agent at the counter, who informed me that my passport did not list me as an American citizen, a trick question they later admitted to catch immigrants entering with forged documents. A cold and unfeeling "you're clear to go" replaced the standard greeting and warmth of "welcome home." I wonder if any of them knew how much I love this land. Could they tell by the color of my skin, or my maiden name, or my clothes, that I too believed in the American dream, which Lady Liberty offers when she says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free"? Did they know that on the night of 9/11, I prayed to Allah, the most compassionate, the ever merciful, for the safety of our troops, even as they were deployed to murder 4.5 million of my Muslim kin? Inna illahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. To God we belong, and to God we shall all return. Some people believe that my resulting anger and frustration with this nation and all its hypocrisy is evidence of some foreign, fanatical hatred of Western culture and Western values. And they need never speak to me to come to that conclusion. And to that I say, as James Baldwin did, I love America. And exactly for this reason, I insist on the right to criticize her perpetually. My mother once said, "The place you die is where your soul was born." And I can't help but smile whenever someone tells me to just leave if you don't like it and go back to where you came from. Because little do they know, my soul was born here. I will not leave. I will not abandon the people. I will stay and fight on Turtle Island. I will remember and honor the first peoples of this stolen land. I will give thanks to the ancestors and the spirits of the people whose blood, sweat, and tears built this nation. As a patriot, I will stay and challenge this nation to do better, to be better. And I believe that anyone else who is willing to do the same has the spirit of America within them. Because this country, despite its vile and ruthless history, belongs to all people who are indeed created equal by the will of God. This country that can be called any other name and still aspire to be the land of the free. This great experiment of stubborn resilience, hope, and audacity is ever evolving. Thank God for progress. Thank God for change. And that is what I will be celebrating on this anniversary of our nation. And at this time, I ask my community to reflect on the difference between patriotism and nationalism, on the function of freedom, which is to free someone else, because none of us are truly free until we are all free. Realize that no one can judge who is or isn't American enough, and to be brave enough to redefine our institutions and systems. That in order to create a more perfect union, may we transform into something collectively new in a way that includes all of our souls, not just the fair and fortunate few. Thank you.
Great.